What's going on, fam? Jaye the Black, another video. Salute to everybody that is tuning in. I'm looking at this article from TMZ, and they're talking about Floyd Mayweather not being a part of the Forbes list of highest paid athletes. You know, he was number one last year. Y'all know it is, due in part to the Conor McGregor fight. And as a matter of fact, he made over $285 million thanks to that fight. And Conor McGregor actually made $99 million. So I'm gonna read some of this article, and I also have something from the Sun as well that says that, Floyd is continuing to prepare for fights. And also, I'm gonna discuss how taxes play a part into this as well, because he's had his issues with taxes, right? And of course, Floyd has a huge team and other businesses as well, and he likes to spend money. We've been saying, if you follow him on Instagram like I do, the guy likes to spend money. All right, it says, from number one to not even listed, Floyd Mayweather is not one of Forbes' highest paid athletes of 2019. After taking the top honors a year ago, the business magazine released a list of the richest ballers of the year, and surprisingly, the boxer superstar nicknamed Money ain't on it. It's a little early to be dropping a 2019 list, but I guess this is how they do it annually. I don't know. The top three spots belong to footballers: Lionel Messi, $127 million, Cristiano Ronaldo, $109 million, and Neymar, $105 million. Those soccer players make big bank over there in Europe. And Canelo Alvarez at $94 million. And Roger Federer, $93.4 million, round out the top five. I could already see some feminists getting in their feels over this. Look, this ain't a shot at Floyd, considering he made more than double than Messi made this year in 2018. He raked in $285 million thanks to the Conor McGregor fight. But it's interesting to see him fall out of the top 100 altogether. Well, you got to look at it this way. Floyd hasn't been in any high profile fights. He did an exhibition with a Japanese boxer in Japan where this fight took place. And I want people to understand that, that was just a quick money grab. He even said it on Instagram. It was a $9 million money grab, okay, which is fine. And I think that Floyd wants to bring, especially at his age, because he doesn't want to go and do the same type of fights he did 10 years ago, or even before then. He wants to make boxing more entertainment as long as it's making him money. And I think that he's planning on doing more exhibition fights than I'm aware of, if he can make that type of money. The fight wasn't even that long. It was 139 seconds. You know what I'm saying? For him to make $9 million. All right. Other notable athletes in the top 100 include Russell Wilson at $89.5 million, Aaron Rodgers at $89.3 million, and LeBron James at $89 million. McGregor made the list at 21 with $47 million earned. Last year, he was fourth with $99 million. As for cash made straight off endorsements, King James ain't at the top. It's Federer with $86 million made off the tennis court. A lot of tennis players make the bulk of their money outside of tennis anyway. The youngest player on the list is 20-year-old French soccer star Kylian. But I'm gonna say Kylian Mbappe. I think that's how you say that name. I'm not the best with names. He made $30.6 million, so he's got a few years to catch up to Messi. Soccer players make big bank, man, especially if you're good. If you're good, you're gonna make a lot. I just think that Floyd over the last year hasn't been in any big fights. He hasn't. There's been talk of a Conor McGregor rematch. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. McGregor needs to worry about Khabib and whether he's going to, fight him again. But, Floyd is all about making money. You know, he's all about spending money. But I think that this has a lot to do with the fact that he hasn't been in any big time fights. You know, he doesn't make the same amount of money every year. You know, the biggest amount of money he's going to make is during his fights. You know, and even when he was a full-time boxer, he was only fighting maybe once or twice a year. And that would be the paydays, right? But when you're basically retired or semi-retired, and you're not going to make that same money every year. Now, if you have a contract and you're going to make a certain amount in endorsements or through your deal with whomever you sign to, you know, it's different. Like a lot of the soccer players that they mentioned, they have contracts. They make that money annually. You know, Russell Wilson just signed a new deal. That's why he's up there. Aaron Rodgers signed a new deal. LeBron has signed a new deal with the Lakers to go to the Lakers last year. So that's why you're going to see them all bulked up at the top and Floyd Mayweather not. That doesn't mean that Floyd isn't making money. I'm pretty sure he's making money. Okay. But this is a list for athletes first. This isn't just in general. This is just based off of just athletes. So he's being measured against guys who make money annually, who have contracts, you know. So when you're measured against those guys, it's going to seem like you're losing money. It's going to seem like, you know, you're spending a little bit too much. You're going broke. It's going to be perceived as that. But that's not really the reality. The reality is that, you know, every other year he's making big money. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Manny Pacquiao fight, made big money on that. The Conor McGregor fight made big money on that. You know, it just depends on whatever fight he's in will depend on that income. But I don't think people should be saying that he's going broke. I don't think he's going broke. It's just that he does not make the same amount of money annually. Like if he had a big fight one year, he may skip a year where he's fighting, you know, and it's fight that next year. Now I have an article from The Sun. It says Floyd Mayweather reveals he is set for another mega money exhibition in Japan as he officially introduces TMT to Tokyo. All right. Now this is an article actually today that was posted today. It says Floyd Mayweather has revealed he is set for more action in the Far East as he officially introduced TMT to Japan. The undefeated boxing king 42 was in Tokyo last night to announce a new deal for Mayweather Promotions. He has a bunch of pictures. So he's basically setting up a money team in Japan. It's going to be TMT Japan. All right. Hashtag, even got the hashtag TMT Japan. That could lead to several of the American fighters competing in exhibition bouts over there, including the former 5-weight boxing champion. At the press conference, Mayweather said, "You guys have the 2020 Olympics, so we look forward to getting our team over here and making so many things happen. Of course, we took the TMT brand and made it worldwide and not just kept it in the States," which it makes good business sense, you know. But once again, you know, Mayweather is turning, you know, his brand of boxing, his team into entertainment to make big money, and going to countries like Japan that doesn't have a history in boxing and sort of doing these exhibition fights. Not only is it big money for him and Mayweather Promotions, but it also gets to showcase, you know, boxing more over there, more than it has ever been. So it's a good business move. We believe TMT Tokyo can be huge. We've been speaking about having more exhibitions over here in Japan, not just myself, but also some other fighters under the Mayweather Promotions banner. Mayweather earned a mega $52 per, well, it said 52 pounds. What I'm saying, 52 pounds, because this article is from the UK, written by a UK blog, you know. 52 pounds per second for his one round demolition of Tenshin Nasukawa. I think I had that right. I'm bad with names, people. Anyway, in Japan back on December 31st, the veteran dropped Nasukawa, who's 20, 3 times before the fight was halted. Mayweather boasted about the $9 million purse he received for his showing in Tokyo. That means Mayweather could have earned an estimated 52 pounds per second in the ring, which is his 3rd highest pay rate per second. And that's why he did it. He did it because he knew it would make big bank. You know, he's making business moves, which I don't fault him for doing so. Say whatever you want about Mayweather and say whatever the issues that he has had financially as far as taxes is concerned. You know, he's making moves to build his brand worldwide, which I have no issue with. You know, he found something in Japan that nobody else has. You know, he's taken the element that wrestling has, because wrestling goes to these different countries and they put on these shows, and you know, with fan bases that has never really seen them and never really had a dosage of wrestling. You take that element of boxing, you go to Japan and maybe even some other countries that are not known for boxing. Now, if Japan has a big, huge boxing history and I don't know about it, you can let me know in the comment section, because I haven't delved that deep into the boxing history of Japan. But you know, Mayweather has found something that, again, nobody else has. That's what makes him such a good businessman, because in his business model was, you know, even though people thought he was a fool for doing this exhibition fight, Mayweather, who is, no matter how old he gets, he's still a professional, you know, boxer. He's a professional hitter. You know, he can outbox anybody who is not up to his skill, you know, even a 20-year-old. And you know, him doing that fight, I think, was in a long-term plan to bring American boxers over there to have those exhibitions, to make a lot of money, and to also help grow the sport in Japan. You know, and I think that's why he's having the success setting up Mayweather Promotions in Japan right now. It is because, you know, they want to grow the sport there. Because in America, boxing has seemingly grown stale due to a lot of these promoters picking and choosing fights and you know, making sure that their boxers are able to win and not deal with, you know, not get any losses. You know, that's why the UFC, I think, has grown in popularity, because the best usually fight the best. But in boxing, that hasn't really been the case for the most part. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua. Here's a guy who has been avoiding Deontay Wilder, goes and boxes a guy everybody thought he would beat, but he ended up losing. Okay? And that was because you wanted to fight somebody you thought that you could beat and you didn't. And that is prevalent in certain instances in boxing. Now, usually the best end up fighting each other, but it's after a long time of them fighting this person, that person, this person, that person, you know. But anyway, I think that this is good for Mayweather. It's a good way to promote his brand. Again, he's doing something that others promoters just haven't really done. But we'll see if it works out. So y'all let me think in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.